Hi, Barbara. Here are the top 5 security facts we learned this week. North Korea says the state has successfully tested a new type of intercontinental ballistic missile that could reach all of U.S. mainland. The missile test, which was signed off by the state leader Kim Jong-un, was its second since mid-September. It came a week after U.S. President Donald Trump put North Korea back on a U.S. list of countries it says support terrorism, allowing it to impose more sanctions. Following the launch, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said diplomatic options remain viable and open for now, while Trump assured the American people that he would, quote, handle it. Now, number 2, the Israeli military has declared initial operational capability of a ship-based version of the Iron Dome missile interceptor. The announcement follows a live-fire test earlier this week that successfully destroyed multiple incoming targets at sea. The milestone test capped more than 18 months of intensive coordination between the Israeli Air Force and the Israeli Navy and local industry. The team was tasked with integrating the Iron Dome with the Adir surveillance, track, and guidance radar on board the INS Lahav, a Sa'ar 5 Corvette-class surface ship. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu this week urged cooperation in order to defeat Islamist militant groups like Boko Haram, Al-Shabaab, and jihadists fighting in Sinai. Netanyahu was in Nairobi for the inauguration of Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta, but did not go to the stadium with the other heads of state and government because of security concerns. He later met Kenyatta and other state leaders at State House in Nairobi and called on leaders to work together to defeat the barbarians.
Boko Haram, Al-Shabaab, the awful jihadists in the Sinai. This is a threat to all of us. And I believe that we can cooperate with other countries, between us and with others. And if we work together, we'll defeat the barbarians. Our people deserve better. We can provide it for them.
And moving to number 4, the United States has nearly 9,000 forces in Iraq, more than 15,000 troops in Afghanistan, and almost 2,000 in Syria, a total of approximately 26,000 throughout the 3 war zones. The Department of Defense announced the figures this week as part of its quarterly count of active duty, reserve, Guard, and civilian personnel. However, the Department of Defense has not historically included some special operations forces or temporary personnel rotating into or out of the country in that official figure, so the actual number could be even higher. Defense Secretary Jim Mattis has pledged to bring more transparency to the actual number of forces on the ground as he assumed leadership of the Pentagon earlier this year under President Trump. And now number 5, Moscow-based Kaspersky Lab says it has never been asked by Russian intelligence services to spy on targets in the West. CEO Eugene Kaspersky told reporters at a media briefing at the company's offices in London that it, quote, never happened when asked if Russian intelligence had ever asked him to help them spy on the West. Kaspersky once served as an engineer for Soviet military intelligence before founding his company. Fears about ties to Russian intelligence and the capacity of its antivirus software to sniff out and remove files prompted an escalating series of warnings and actions from U.S. authorities over the past year. And there you have it, our top 5 security facts this week. Back to you, Barbara.